Okay, I'm joined by Janet Adu, who is from Ghana, also the Slum Dwellers International.
Yes.
And I probably mangled your name, the pronunciation, I apologize. But we were just talking earlier about the importance of data collection in informal settlements and the need to empower local people with their own data so that they can self-organize and advocate, which is not a way that most people think about data. They tend to think in a very top-down way about how we're going to use that to, for administration and for top-down programs. So can you tell us a little bit about your work in Ghana and how you're working with Slum Dwellers International on informal settlements?
Thank you. Once again, my name is Janet Edu. And I'm coming to talk about the data collection in Ghana. Data collection is a big tool for SDI. Why? Because it's the data that when we are going to collect, we collect informations, problems, and we collect people. First, we have to enter into the community, know what the community, its name, know the history of the community, and know the people in the community, and the land size of the community that you are sitting on. So we do this to empower the community people, the stakeholders in the community, like women, market women, the youth in slum, the religious leaders, and the chiefs, for them to know the community that they are staying in, what they have, and what also they lack. And by doing this, it empowers both the ages and the young for them to know their community, know their settlement, and know what they have. And also, it empowers the youth to know their settlement, how they manage to get that name that they are using to call the settlement. Because most of the young, when they have been given birth, we all met that this is Cape Town. How did you manage to get this Cape Town? From there, the focal group discussion, you get one elderly person to show you. So from collecting all this data, then we have to implement it in the community. After doing all these things, we also have to send it to the leaders again in the community to verify it and see that what they told us is the same thing. After that, we give the community one, and we also take one and give the municipal assembly also one, so that they can also use. So we use this data to empower the whole community, the people in the community, for them to know their community and what they have and what they lack.
So we were just talking earlier about the need for, really important basic requirements for data. For example, finding an address, or identifying your property where you live, or being able to work with your neighbors on a common problem, maybe a toxic condition, or a problem with a community that needs to be worked on as a community. And the local knowledge that's there seems so powerful to me. But that's a different way of thinking, isn't it? And thinking about empowering the people who live there, who are the smartest people about their own problems, right?
I think this data also help the people to know, like either they have services, they have health unit, they have schools, they have electricity, they have water. Mm-hmm. So by taking all these things, and the thing that we see that, let's take like toilet, the whole community will take about 500 people, and we have only 2 or 3 toilets. Then we have to send this data to the municipal assembly to talk to them that this community lack this thing. So we need your support to support us to do this thing for this community.
Data is power.
Yes.
Right.
That is the power of the data.
Right.
And by doing that also, the assembly will support the community to get their needs.
Are there particular issues that you're dealing with in your own communities in Ghana that might be different from, say, Kenya, we were talking about earlier? Can you tell us?
Now
about
in
those?
Ghana, my particular problem is household toilets. Because in Ghana, when the house or the tenant or the house owners build houses, they will build a small room for the toilet. But at the end of the day, because of money, they will rented it for people to sleep in it as a boys' quarters. So since 5 years now that the government come out that any house that doesn't have toilet, the person, the landlord or the house owner have to be sanctioned. So with SDI and the good partnership that Ghana have with the municipal authorities, we started building this toilet. And World Bank came to our municipal authority and saw that we have built some of the toilets, and they asked, and the municipal said it's SDI. And now SDI, World Bank is supporting the assembly to support SDI to build toilet in Ghana. So now it's toilet that we are building. And also big sewages, the government sewages, we are taking the route to know everywhere that the sewage is, so that those who are near the sewage, we can connect them to the sewage so that they will also get toilet to use.
That's wonderful work, and as I mentioned, I've talked to your former colleague Celinda Cruz about that wonderful work, and congratulations on keeping that up. That's so important, and a great model for other places, so thank you.
Thank you too. You're welcome.